Welcome back, guys, to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, as we've given our progress report to our boss, and none other than the Wright Talent Agency's Phoenix Wright. As we now head on, after finding Panties and the hidden run driver, possibly, at the Maractus Clinic, to find a noodle cart. And it seems we're not getting paid anything but salty noodles, so this sucks. From Apollo's perspective, this sucks. We can only move to the Wright Anything Agency. So let's get on our way and find ourselves an event. Hello. You're the woman from the Kitaki place. Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. Is that supposed to mean something? I don't quite get it. I understand that it's an anagram of each other, isn't it? But still. Back and forth. I don't know. I have a request. Alita Tiala. What could that even mean? Well, let's find out your request, madame. Your request? Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought... What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Fiancé? What happened to him then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Murder! Have you heard about what happened at the park? No, we have not. But we've been wondering. It's been cordoned off after all. It feels like I should switch to Murder in the Park rather than Tiala's story, but let's continue down the line. So what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki Mansion, yes? Are you a member of their, organization? No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son? So he's, a gangster. Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. Locally responsible, locally sourced. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live the good gangster life. I think you're onto something. Miss Kitaki. I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. Right, the murder in the park. Tell me more. What happened? Can I just calm down a little bit? I haven't been told all the details. I do know a body was found in the park, near the Kitaki Mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol. I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this? What sort of person is your fiancé? A gangster? Your fiancé is the Kitaki family's only son, correct? His name's Waki. Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo. What a weird name. What a weird person. Well, that's quite the photo. I know. Oh, he can be so powerful and menacing, but so cute. Seems he's taken on the Kitsune form of, like, the emblem a little too seriously. But if he's the boss's only son, yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already, of this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Right then, a letter of request has been added to the court record. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Indeed, let's. Well, we can go straight to the detention center, but the scene of the crime is a different place entirely, you know. So this is it, my first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're, investigating. Aren't we, Apollo? It's kind of your dress that would make it seem like kids are here to play. Plus, you're 15, aren't you? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Who's this? Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? I must say I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. but this is the first time I've felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Ah, Fraulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes! The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in! Doesn't care. Doesn't swoon. Objective, please. We even have a letter of request! You must be exhausted, standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir! Of course, sir! Haha, very well. This way, Fraulein. Whee! 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 Hey, what about me? We got more German prosecutors? Because that's who he is if he's allowed in on the case, you know what I mean? It's prosecutor time, not defense time. And we're the defense, so who else could he be? Plus, Gavin. On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it. He's smooth. Who was that? Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse! What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, he sure got me. Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glimmerous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me? We have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? Need to prove it's true, yeah? I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Tiala Alita. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out? Probably says at the bottom. So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. Is it? The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Right, why are you going to handcuff me, Emma? And why have you got so pushy in your older age? Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. Okay. Evidence bag snacks it is. That's a very rhythmic snacking you're having there. Well, she doesn't give up, does she? Why do you need quiet? We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I've requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? What's your story, Emma? Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. Oh, really? I can speed it up slightly. We're not making much progress here. Okay, we're getting the same talk again. Right. So how do we get you to open up? Can we present a profile rather than something else? No, we cannot. That is not an option for us. We cannot present people's profiles anymore. Right, well, if you're not talking to me, I think I'm going to examine some more stuff. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Investigation to be carried out by professionals. Scientifically. She's not going to let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. Better check out what we came here to find at least. What did we come here to find? Of course, the stand itself. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene, but we need to investigate! Apollo, look, that stand. I want to look at the knife first, though. It says Eldoon. I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand at least. No, the circumstances could stand to be better. Ha ha ha. Right then, missing stand. We found it. Do we report it to Mr. Eldoon? Because it's not like we're getting any further with Emma Sky here. She's not responding. Not letting us do anything. No one else is technically around. So I guess we go to Eldoon's house and tell him it's there. Oh, Mr. Eldoon. Hello. Looks like he left. Oh, we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Ah, what a bummer. Right, so we can't find Mr. Eldoon either. Beautiful. Good timings. Maybe we should meet with the poor guy. Or maybe we can report it to Phoenix. And say, do you know anything about this lady? Can you give us something? Don't tell me you're not here too. Ah, you're back. Running into some problems? Yes, I did. Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who? Me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem? No, no problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. Right, you. There's a murder. So what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Like he doesn't know. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady wouldn't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. Indeed, the Emma Sky connection. So you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh wait, maybe you know that other guy too. That other guy? A shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? The mysterious prince. Apollo, tell me about this prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances after a fashion. Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. What was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine, you'll see. Oh, tell her I said hi. Sure thing, Mr. Wright. Well, let's go grab ourselves this special bottle of stuff. I don't want to present. Technically, I'm not even sure I really want to talk. Because to be honest, we know where the leads we want are. Under the silk top hat. So that right there. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. This is getting more and more suspicious. White powder has been placed gingerly into pocket. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. Yeah, the worst incrimination time ever could possibly happen here. It would be weird, but we know it's not a problem. Let's head back to Kataki Mansion, because we know everything more or less that's going on. And of course, the logic of it all, about who fits what position. Anyone let in by the police with no problem whatsoever, always on the prosecution. Always on the prosecution. So I think we found our prosecution to go against us in this case, a Mr. Clavier Gavin. Backed by Emma Skye. That sounds like a combination, just because we know how good Emma probably is now, if a little bit eccentric. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that? It couldn't be. Where'd you get that? I bought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Yes, sort of. Detective Skye, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Tracy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. An even better gumshoe. Yeah. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Right, now we can talk. The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Paul Maractus. Ah, from the Maractus Clinic. Aha! I just received the autopsy report, in fact. We should probably check that out. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. Unlikely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is... Oh, we can present profiles just when it allows us to. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. Right then, noodle stand has been added to the court record. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Right then, more. Your story, Miss Emma Skye. Who? Me? I'm just supervised for this crime scene. Detective Skye. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. When I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. She's been out of the country for a while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current, state of affairs. Right, telling has got to be a bit of a problem. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently, in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? Don't answer me then. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance? Actually, yes I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Right then, the victim. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's a physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. Tell him about the hit and run. I see, so that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. This is questions that I don't know. Right, we could move to check out Wocky at the moment. There are a few things here now I'd like to examine. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo. The defendant, Wocky Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? And there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Let's investigate. Sure, show me exactly how to do it, why don't you, lady? Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Do you have really dirty hands or something? Those black spots. That's right, pick the one you want to analyze. Well, small screen action it is. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminium, not aluminum, aluminium powder over the print. Let's not get all British on this. Just touch the screen like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminium powder. So you just dust it on and blow it off. But blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together. Wow, amazing! It's like magic. Haha, isn't it though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. Dusting with powder in the small screen, powder dusting on the small screen. We're doing our dusting, gotta get our dusting done. Dusting time, I think you'll probably find that's fine. Let's blow. Okay, it reacts more to noise than it does to blowing, so let's just keep talking as a fingerprint forms. See, works better with noise. Good, clear, quite impressive. Next, to match the print. The police officer has samples so you can tell whose fingers this print belongs to. Okay. That doesn't sound much like as much fun as actually finding the prints. No, it doesn't. There's more the fact they've got all these things on record. Do they have just random guys? Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. So we got to choose Wocky, basically. Alright, so you can literally see that is pretty much on the button. I think you'll find that's a match. So, the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Cheer up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. And I've been added to the court record. Alright, yeah. I just proved that my defendant was holding a weapon that could be used to kill someone. Or threaten someone. Or something like that. It's gotta be a good clue or two around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Another pair of underwear? Wow, Apollo! You're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Well, we know who they might belong to. We solved another case. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this. Don't worry. It's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Right, so basically the game told me I have everything I actually need from here. Which is interesting. I picked it up straight away, though some more information probably wouldn't go amiss. We'll agree with you there, Madame Emma Sky. Now, what's the best way to get to the detention center from here? Hey, truce. Stop calling me Polly. I am not a parrot. I'm sorry. Meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in a private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kataki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die you! I don't even know what's going on anymore. Whose voice is what? Die you! You're the one on your way out, old... I don't know! Ah, they're here. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? You Wookiee's lawyer? Yes, sir! Well, I'm Big Wins Kataki, 4th head of the Kataki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. You'll do more than just understand and make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now. You know, I want to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Wookie. A G's not a G till he does hard time. Bizoy! You'll see, when I get out of here, things will change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. Yeah, me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Bizoy! So much for talking to our client. We made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. Right then, a to be continued marker. Probably gives us a good time to continue next time. So with a day of investigation not really coming to too much, it's going to be one of those wing it in court spectaculars the right way, the only way we know. Let's get there next time. Join me then for more. Bye-bye.